Hey guys, kind of a late video, but whatever, I have nothing else to do. So, I want to talk about a movie that has remained my favorite movie ever, and it's actually quite interesting that I still like this movie, considering by this point it would have been expected for me to diversify my movie taste. But here's the thing: I have a very weird taste in movies. Like, I love comedy movies, and I love like kids animated movies, and then I also love sci-fi movies. Like, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, and I have been for 7 years, or something. I lost count at this point. Okay, I'm old. Or anyway, yes, Cars One, Pixar's 2006 masterpiece, easily Pixar's magnum opus, the best movie they've ever released as a film studio, as an organization, as an entity. I think at the core of it all, the best aspect of Cars, the original Cars movie, which came out in 2006, the best aspect of that movie that holds up so much for me is the lesson that is the lesson about how sports can relate, how being a good sportsman, how being a sportsman, and how being a good sportsman really impacts your life more than um just being a good sport when you're like in the athlete mode, you know what I mean? I think cars I think Cars, the original Cars movie from start to finish is a masterpiece. There's not one part of the movie I would change, like, period. I mean, it's a movie I still get a lot of laughs. I mean, I still laugh every single time I watch a movie, and, like, literally, I remember when I was very young, this was a movie I got so much joy out of as a kid when I would watch it. Okay, come on. I watched this movie like constantly. It's like I was a, I had like all the cars as like little action figures. I had like little action figure cars. I had like a lot of them. I had Chip Hicks. I had Lightning McQueen. I had Mater. I had Cal. I had Sally. I had like I had like all the best characters and like die cast cars or like little cars action figures. You know what I mean? Um, really, I mean, Life is a Highway is actually one of my favorite songs because it was used in a movie, and it's the point in the movie where it's used is the best example of a soundtrack, of a movie soundtrack song I've ever seen. I think they do Life is a Highway. Life is a Highway is used so well in Cars. There's not one part about that scene I would change. The lesson of Cars at the core of it all, being a good sport and being a good person, sportsmanship has been something I have been really this impacted by. I love sports. I've done a lot of sports in my life. I'm a big athlete person. So so good sportsmanship has been something I have really taken to heart, and is something I really love to. It's just like I'm I'm not just an athlete. Like when I'm doing sports, like when I'm doing sports, like when I'm doing sports stuff, it's not the only time being when I'm practicing good sportsmanship. It's in the classroom. It's with my family. It's like on meetings. It's out in public. It's out in the world. Being a good sport is also is also being a good member of society and being a person that really can go out and do positive things in the world. And I love the friendships that are formed between the characters. Um, especially love especially love um, Lightning McQueen and Sally's relationship throughout the movie. How they kind of went from being like how, I love the courtroom scene is still like super hilarious when McQueen is kind of mocking Sally because he thinks she's pretty, and especially in the best scene in Cars, the best scene of the entire movie is the drive scene, the part where part where Sally and I almost said McSally. Oh my god, I've been watching too much politics. Um, the part in the movie where Sally and Lightning McQueen go on their drive up to the old gas station up in the hill. I love that scene. It reminds me of just the times in life where you want to just go take a drive. Nothing more than just a drive where you can shut off your head, just shut out all the world, shut out everything shut out your stress, shut out your anxiety, shut out everything that's like negatively affecting you. Finding going for that drive doesn't have to be a drive. This could be you going and it could be you going somewhere to relax and focus and find your calm, your peace, your inner just letting your inner warrior rest. I think also the quotes. Oh my god, the quotes from Cars are legendary at this point. I mean, I could probably just stand here and quote 5 of them right now. So much of the quotes and dialogue in Cars is done to perfection. They don't use. I love how they don't use the same joke over and over again. How it's they'll stick to one line they'll stick to one line that's funny in the beginning of the movie, and then they'll repeat that joke. Cars doesn't do that. They always depending on whenever a character has something funny to say, they'll introduce a new joke, and they'll run with that until they introduce a new joke, and they keep the dialogue fresh and consistent, which I love. The animation, the cinematography, everything about Cars everything about Cars makes all the aspects, animation, cinematography, acting, the voiceover acting, casting, the dialogue, especially the dialogue. Oh my god. Everything that comes out of Mater's mouth is hilarious. I remember cracking up so hard as a little kid whenever Mater would say, well, just about anything. I still constantly quote that movie whenever I get the chance. As a matter of fact, sometimes when I'm in a really good mood, or if I get a really good feedback, it is not uncommon to hear me yell "Ka-chow!" or something whenever I get any form of positive feedback. And the way, Cars 1 is Pixar's magnum opus, I think. Well, honestly, if you asked me at 3 years old what is my favorite movie, then you asked me at age 14 what is my favorite movie, I'm going to give you the same answer. It's Cars 1. The original Cars movie, the ones that started it all. My favorite movie ever. And I know some people may make fun of me for that because my favorite movie is a kid's movie, but hey, there are parts of me that don't want to grow up. Anyway, Cars 1 is a 10 out of 10. I love the movie to death, and it is honestly pretty hard to find someone who hasn't seen that movie, especially kids like me, because that movie was, we were just, it's similar, it was a better time for entertainment, for kids' entertainment. Days where you could get kids, no matter what time of day, no matter what, you could instantly, if you were to, let's just say, in 2006, 7, and 8, it would, as you could turn on Superwhy or Imagination Movers or Backyardigans. As soon as Backyardigans hit a screen in 2009, kids were sold. This was that's why I love the 2000s so much, is because it's stuff like that. You can as soon as you turn on Cars or Backyardigans or whatever kid show was popular back in the day, you could turn that on and You don't have to fist fight your kids over watching a show. You could just turn it on and like there you go, that's it. Like that's something fun to do. Thanks, technology. Anyway, hope you like my commentary on what I think is Pixar's magnum opus, Cars 1, my favorite movie. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the cliche YouTuber thing with bobbers. See y'all tomorrow.